For me, I would have to say, obviously coming here was probably one of the best things that happened to me. I've met a lot of long time, friends that I still hang out with. Teachers that used to teach me back in the days. I'm so close to them because they're always there for support. And they're always there, if I got a question to ask or anything, I would come back to them and ask them. So yeah, I guess, coming to Yeronga was probably one of the best things that happened to me. Just made a lot of good friends that I still do see to this day. So. I would have to say, well, my first one is caring. Just because even though I left high school after I finished, I was still getting a lot of texts from teachers, a lot of love and support when I'm playing my footy outside there. So my second one also, I would say connected, because obviously, it will go as well as with caring, because I still do get, text messages, a lot of love when I come back to this school. Felt like I never left. So. And then my third one is opportunity, because when I went to Yeronga, I was able to do whatever I want in my sporting and also in my learning. So yeah, I reckon the 5 Ps were very important growing up, because obviously being as a young kid, you don't know how the outside world is. But yeah, I reckon the outside world can be a very tough place to be. I reckon if you have that positive vibe and the way you want to prepare yourself, if you're having to go to work, to train, or even play with myself, to play sport, I always have to be prepared. So with my training stuff, or even just on being on time to anything. And honestly, I reckon the biggest thing is just being proud of what you're doing. If you just put your mind to the thing you want to do and you're very passionate about it, then I reckon being proud of what you do is probably the most important thing. Honest, I reckon LeBron is someone who I look up to as an athlete, just the way he goes about it, his work ethic. And my other one, to be honest, I'll have to say Rihanna, because she's probably the love of my life. So, yeah, I reckon growing up and going to school, I wasn't the smartest student going around, but if I could go back in time, I'll probably tell myself to try a bit harder in school, to be more respectful, because once you leave high school, you do have a little bit of regret, looking back in time, saying, I wish if I did this properly, or I wish if I listened to teachers properly. So I reckon for me, if I had to look back and talk to myself, I'll probably just be more of a respectful student, and just try a bit harder in class. I'll have to say Mr. Farmer, Mr. Bray, and I don't know if you guys would know, probably Mr. Robert also, who went here a while ago. I reckon them two teachers were very supportive on my football career, especially Mr. Farmer, who used to drop me to training, or even to the airport if I had an interstate game. Mr. Robert was a guy who would come to my footy on the weekend and just be honest of how I played. So yeah, I reckon these 3 teachers were very important, and that's why I really appreciate it. I reckon, growing up, I have been given a lot of advice by people that I look up to, but I won't say everyone will look up to me, but for me, I reckon just when you come to school, be the best version of yourself. And yeah, I reckon just have to pay a lot of attention to teachers, because they know what's best. You might not be the brightest student going around, but if you could give 110%, I reckon you would learn a lot. So yeah, just keep smiling also, and just always remember to have fun. I will always remember the Yeronga Celebrate Day. I reckon that's something that this school does really well, more I reckon better than other school. Just to see the smile on people's faces, the teachers as well, just being involved on the different background of our students and teachers as well. So that's something will always sit with me for the rest of my life. Write your story at Yoronga State High School.